So I just want to tell you real quick that our this is called the stick, and this is absolutely fantastic. So this isn't. I'm not going to do anything with this. I just wanted to show you this. That a whole lot of imposter type of sticks, but why I like this is because it's flexible. So it's pretty cool. You actually rub it on knots. It's almost like a masseuse or a massage therapist in a stick, and it's so amazing. You can help prevent shin splints or knots, or maybe if you have some tightness anywhere, that's fantastic. So I would highly recommend you find one of these if you get a chance. Now here we're going to use this foam roller real quick. In about 5-10 minutes I'll show you how to use this. And this is just a tiny one. You can put this anywhere. They have long ones. I think they have a bit thicker ones. So this is the one that I use. It's super easy. I don't know why the plastic's still on it, but I use it all the time, just like this. So I'm just going to go over some very brief and basic movements on this to help you prevent. So we all know that prevention is much better than treatment. So the first one here is you're just going to sit on it and you're going to roll over to one side. So hopefully you can see this. And basically we're just working our glute and or our butt muscle. It's up high. It's right up by your hip. Now, I think that this one right here, I love just to sit on this, and maybe if there's a movie on or TV's going on, I don't watch too much TV, but sometimes I'll just pick this up and rock back and forth on it. And even if you just sit on it on certain areas, you'll release some pressure because our muscles get so tight. Now, our glutes, everything's connected. So I feel that most knee injuries come from tight glutes. And anyone will, I'm just going to roll over to the other side while I'm talking here. Any physiotherapist will say most injuries, lower leg injuries, come from a tight IT band. That's the outside of your thigh there. So we're gonna do that one as well. So there's not a whole lot to this. I want to do a very basic one, get your feedback, and then maybe we'll do a more intense one. But it doesn't feel fantastic. You're actually ironing out the knots in your body. So I want to roll over here and we're going to do our quads. So all I'm going to do is lay on this roller here and put that right in the middle of my quad. I'm going to lift my feet up. If that's too intense, put a foot down or help yourself roll. So I'm just on my forearms and I'm rolling back and forth. And that's it. I don't feel a whole lot of pressure here, but you might, especially if you're just starting or just starting using one of these rollers. But if that's not enough pressure, you're going to go on one leg only. And I can certainly feel that. That's a whole lot of pain right there. So we're just rolling out our quad. That's just the front of our leg, the top of our leg. If you want to roll out your hip flexors is just at the top. It's connects your hips and your leg basically. So you're going to roll down, and that's just the top there. You can feel it right away. Oh, oh yeah. So these are small movements, small rolling movements. You can keep your foot up off the ground. That's going to be more intense, or you can support that a little bit more with your foot down on the ground. Be sure to roll over. I'll go this way. Make sure you roll over to the other side. Always want to do equal amounts on both sides. So that's all you're doing. You're just rolling back and forth. So you're on your forearms and you can be on a toe. Again, my right toe's down, left foot toes up. Both feet can be on the ground again, or you can do that quad just on the roller now. Use slow movements, nice and easy, be gentle with your body. This is a recovery day. So go nice and slow. There's no reason to rush through those. We're This is not gonna feel very good at all. For whatever reason, our IT bands get super tight. So all we want to do is roll on one side. So one foot's on the ground and one foot is slightly up. And you're supporting yourself with that left arm. So all I'm doing is rolling back and forth. Now I'm slightly upward. Like I'm a bit on my hamstring as well. That's just the back of your leg. And I can feel that. And I just like to roll in different areas, nice and slow. And my IT band is super tight. That's just how it is. And that's the more tight your muscles are, the more painful it's going to be. So if you do this on a consistent basis, we should be doing this once a week, once every 2 weeks. That's probably not enough depending on your activity level. But if you're working out on a regular basis, I would recommend just grabbing this every once in a while and trying it out. It's a bit of a workout too. I mean, we're not used to, you're using your core. I'm using my arm here, shoulder, triceps. So you're moving around, you're using your body. So it's not just an off day. And when it's in your program, it's not a day that should be forgot about, or because we know what it's like to be injured. If you're injured, you can't work out, and then you take steps back, and we're not able to reach our goals. So it's so important to take these recovery days, and work towards them. So that's just my other IT band there. And then we're going to roll back on our quad here. So, or sorry, our hamstring. So you can go with both my hands are on the ground here, and I'm rolling back and forth. So I can feel that a little bit, not too much. I'm on both my legs equally there. I like to put one foot on the ground and one up, and then I roll back and forth this way. So that's just ironing out, that's working out those knots, that's preventing knots from developing. Those knots are gonna come if you're working out, if you're exercising, if you're putting your body through a certain amount of stress that's happening. So make sure you flip around. So I'm not sure if it's possible to prevent, entirely prevent so this doesn't happen, which is why this is so important. Now you can roll down and do the same thing with your calves. Personally, my calves, my lower legs, my Achilles tendons, they get super tight for whatever reason. So all we're going to do is roll them out. It's kind of a funny concept, actually. All you're doing is rolling them out. So, that's just the very basics. I don't have, it's not super intense. It's not super complicated. All it is taking the time to do it and putting the effort into prevent. It's just like nutrition. It's just like working out. You need a prevention day. That's why it's in your program, twice a day in some way, whether it's ab, yoga. It's important to prevent. So you're always, strong and flexible. And what we do when we work out is we tighten our muscles. If we're curl, we're shortening the muscle. If we're doing a tricep dip, that's making the muscle tighter. So we need to do different things to lengthen those muscles. And this roller is a fantastic way to do that. So I hope you consider doing that on a regular basis. And if you get a chance, try this stick thing out. I'm quite certain that the stick and the roller got me through, along with nutrition and being physically fit, got me through my later years of, being an athlete and playing at an elite level and not being injured. That's one of my favorite things I like to talk about, because I put myself through some intense training and the games as well, of course. And I was always in top condition, never had any injuries I needed to deal with. So I think it's so important in everyday life to be strong and flexible and not have those knots and kinks and, grunt when you get up or when you sit down, or, have those little lingering issues. And it all starts and begins with prevention and rollers and some of these little tools. So give them a try and let me know what you think. I'm going to wrap that up there. Thanks for your patience and thanks for being with us. And thanks for being within our monthly membership group. I so much appreciate you.